This audit examined the Department of Transportation's processes to select and manage the quality of replacement, rehabilitation, and maintenance projects on provincially owned bridges. There are, in fact, some 4,200 bridges owned by the province of Nova Scotia that the Department of Transportation is responsible to look after. In doing so, the Department of Transportation spends approximately $32 million a year on the replacement and rehabilitation projects and another $13 million on maintenance projects. These bridges are spread across the province, and Nova Scotians expect the Department of Transportation to provide bridges that are safe, available when they are needed, and efficiently and effectively looked after so the province's funding is well spent. This audit lets us answer the question of whether the department has adequate processes to effectively and efficiently select and manage the quality of bridge projects. Before getting into some of the details of this audit, there are a couple of things I would like to share with Nova Scotians. There are, in fact, some 4,200 bridges across the province, and the Department of Transportation told us during this audit that by their estimates, it would take $2.1 billion over the next 10 years to bring these bridges to a position that the Department of Transportation would like to see them in. Of these 4,200 bridges, the department, in fact, considers that about 15%, or some 600 bridges, are in poor condition. Poor condition includes advanced deterioration or fatigue cracks, and these 600 plus bridges likely need major rehabilitation or replacement. In the middle category are those bridges considered to be in fair condition, and this accounts for roughly 1/3 of the province's total bridges. The Department of Transportation considers the remaining bridges, approximately half of the total, to be in good condition. I want to lay out this information from the Department of Transportation to give an overview of the province's bridges, the condition they are currently in, and what it would take, in their view, to deal with this over the next number of years. We haven't audited these estimates or numbers. That wasn't the subject of the audit. But I think it's important information to understand the context in which this audit happened. Now to the audit conclusions. First, we found the Department of Transportation's information system does not, in fact, give the department all the necessary information needed to make sound decisions on bridge projects. Given that the department has approximately $45 million a year to spend on replacement, rehabilitation, and maintenance, it is very important that the information system gives them the type of information they need to base their decisions on. Secondly, although we found that the department appropriately monitored whether bridge projects met the quality standards when they did construction, the department didn't inspect the quality of the work before the end of the warranty period to see if a warranty claim was indeed needed. We found that 75% of the projects we tested were not inspected by the end of the warranty period, running the risk of missing a warranty claim or missing issues which could be covered under the warranty. We also found that in terms of inspections, 23% of the bridges we tested did not have their visual inspections done in 2018-19 as required, and 27% of the bridges we tested had their in-depth inspections completed at least a year late. So the inspection process is not being done effectively as it ought to be, according to the Department of Transportation's own standards. Those are some of the more significant observations from our audit, and to address these, we made 7 recommendations, all of which have been accepted by the department to address the shortcomings and how they're managing it. I hope this audit will open a dialogue around the things that are happening at the Department of Transportation related to the management of the province's bridges. Earlier in this video, I indicated that the department estimated that $2.1 billion would be needed to deal with these 4,200 bridges over the next 10 years. This would include replacing, rehabilitating, and maintaining the bridges. Of course, I am not suggesting how much the province should in fact spend on these issues. That isn't my role as the Auditor General. However, I think this information is useful for all Nova Scotians, particularly those in the legislature, to be aware of. Given the limited funding, it is very important that the systems and practices at the Department of Transportation provide good information with which to make decisions. I hope that the Department of Transportation will act upon our 7 recommendations as they have agreed to.